kids that have no shame about it. They're looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Shukriman Jamal. It is important to be aware of this very ethical issue that can arise in a place of work. Many times it is possible to avoid this issue by creating and enforcing clear policy and procedure. Learning more about this common issue can help you avoid them. It may make their workplace safer and more positive for you and your team member. We discuss this concern. I provide you 5 examples of workplace and outlet how to avoid them, particularly as a human resource professional or policy maker.
In this video, we will discuss 5 issues in workplace, and I will discuss the first one. The first one is workplace bullying. No one should be bullied at work. Bullying refers to repeated, unreasonable action of individuals or a group directed towards an employee or a group of employees, which is intended to intimidate and create a risk to the health and safety of the employee. Some people might not know that they are being bullied. Do you wonder what bullying looks like in workplace? If you wonder, here are 4 examples of bullying. First, repeated hurtful remarks or attacks, or making fun of your work or you as a person, including your family, sex, sexuality, gender, identity, race or culture, education or economic background. Bullying also can be sexual harassment, particularly stuff like unwelcome touching and sexually explicit comments and requests that makes people uncomfortable. Other than that, giving a pointless task that have nothing to do or not related with your own job.
This job you've given me seems pointless and it isn't part of my job.
Yeah, but what are you going to do about it?
Last but not least, pushing, shoving, tripping, grabbing in your workplace also part of the bullying. How this significantly impact your professional life at work? It's important to recognize the sign of bullying so you can deal with it effectively. If you are being bullied at work, you might experience, first, feeling less confident. When someone constantly puts you down and harasses you, it can chip away your self-confidence. You may start doubting your skills and knowledge, making it hard to believe in yourself. Second, it will dampen your abilities. The continuous belittlement can make you question your abilities. You might feel unsure about taking a new challenges or speaking up your ideas because you fear criticism. Next, you might feel emotional distress. Workplace bullying can cause emotional distress. You might feel stressed, anxious, or even upset due to the constant mistreatment and making it hard to focus on your work. So, here I can conclude workplace bullying is a serious issue that can have a severe consequences on both your professional and personal life. If you find yourself experiencing any of the signs I discussed just now, it's essential to seek support and take appropriate action. Remember, everyone deserves to work in a safe and respectful environment. That's all from me. Thank you.
Come on, please stand up and introduce yourself. Don't be shy. You are dressed different from all of us, and we are interested in who you are. Can you speak English? My name is Jamie.
My name is Sanji and I speak Hindi language, but I also speak English and 3 other languages. I can hear you and can understand you just fine. Miss Jamie, can I talk to you?
Sure.
I want to apologize for my behavior in class today. I should not have said what I said to you. I am sorry I disrespected you.
Oh, no, Sanchi, I am the one who should be apologizing. I just assumed you didn't know English, and I was so inconsiderate with the way I spoke to you. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I would love to find out more about your culture. Can you teach me?
Culture differences. Communication difficulties may develop when one side is unable to understand the other beliefs, values, and practices. Understanding two people or groups from different cultures can be challenging, and communication can suffer consequently. Overcoming cultural differences in communication is an ongoing process. It requires patience, understanding, and a willingness to adapt. By promoting open-mindedness and respect, you can create a more harmonious and productive work environment. Secondly, verbal abuse at work. Derogatory remarks, insult, name-calling, yelling, shouting, and harsh words are aimed at insulting, humiliating, or intimidating people are some kind of example of verbal abuse. It can happen in person, over the phone, or through an electronic media. Verbal abuse has an impact on only on the individual involved, but also in the overall environment and performance of the organizations. Can result in lower employee morale, high turnover rates, difficult interaction, and a hostile work environment. As a result, productivity, teamwork, and collaborations are likely to decrease. Dealing with workplace abuse can be emotionally challenging, or even prioritize self-care and seek support from friends, family, or a counselor. Engaging activities that help reduce stress and promote well-being can be beneficial during this time. Furthermore, another issue that based on in communication workplace are lying. In a professional setting, the act of purposely supplying misleading information or suppressing the truth, it is an unethical behavior that can harm individuals, teams, and an organization culture. Lying on a regular basis can foster a dishonest culture within an organization. This is not only harms the organization reputation, but it also make it harder to attract and retain brighter people, as well as acquire the trust of clients and stakeholders. Furthermore, lying violates ethical ideals including honesty, integrity, transparency. To preserve a healthy and ethical work environment, organization and individual should strive to apply these ideas. To overcoming lying communication require consistent effort and a commitment to promoting a culture of trust and transparency. By encouraging honest communication, addressing issues directly, and promoting accountability, you can help create a more truthful and trustworthy work environment. Lastly is rumor spreading. The rumor of unconfirmed or incorrect information about co-workers, teams, or organization. Rumors can spread quickly and have a negative impact on individual or organization. Rumors frequently lack of accurate and trustworthy information. As a result, they have potential to cause misunderstanding and misinterpretations. Rumors can spread through informal channels, bypassing official communication channels, leading to breakdown in ineffective communication within the organization. Conduct training sessions or workplace to raise awareness about the negative consequence of rumor spreading. It helps to understand how rumors are harm productivity, morale, and working in the relationship.
In terms of definitions, gossip at work refers to the spread of rumors, speculations, or personal information about colleagues or workplace staff. It typically involves discussing other people's personal life, professional shortcomings, or engaging in negative conversation that can be harmful to individuals and to the overall work environment. Gossip can occur in various forms such as face-to-face conversations, email, text, message, or social media platform. So, gossip at work can have several negative effects. Firstly, gossip can damage professional relationships. Because when someone spread rumor or talk negatively about the other, this can lead to strained relationship, conflicts, or even personal vendettas. Trust and respect among the colleagues can be avoided, making it challenging to collaborate effectively and achieve common goals. So, gossip often involves spreading rumor or sharing personal information about others. False information can spread rapidly, and person's character or capability can be unfairly judged. This can affect their professional goal, relationship with the college, and opportunity for career advancements. Next, the increase of stress and anxiety. Individuals who become the subject of the gossip may experience stress and anxiety because they've been constantly talked about or judged, and so they can have detrimental effect on their mental and emotional well-being. So this can lead to decrease of job satisfactions, increased absenteeism, and even mental health if the situations persist. So lastly, individual may feel the desire to get out of a negative environment or find more supportive work environment if there is a lot of gossip. So this can lead to loss of talent, increase of recruitment expenses, and disturbance in the team chemistry.
Did you hear what happened to Jessica the other day? Alex totally yelled at her about the project. I heard the whole thing. It was really embarrassing. I mean, why did she even work here? She's not a good worker at all. Seriously. She's just not good. Well, that was an interesting meeting. You know her? I heard it's fake. He apparently got dumped because he isn't marriage material. I believe it. There's no way she actually deserved that raise.
I agree. Oh my gosh, Marissa, did you hear that someone this morning got sick in the middle of presentation and left? How embarrassing is that?
That was me.
Were you able to fix that report earlier?
Yeah, I did it this morning.
Oh, okay.
Gossiping has a negative chain reaction. Complaining is contagious. Studies show that negativity can increase aggression toward random, uninvolved people, and that the more negative your attitude, the more likely you are to have a negative attitude in the future. Studies also show that long-term stress, like that generated by complaining, actually shrinks your hippocampus. That's the region of your brain that affects reasoning and memory. The saying goes, when people gossip with you, they'll gossip about you. And the thing about gossip is, it all sounds interesting and juicy until it's about you. The reason why we entertain and enjoy gossip is because it makes us feel superior for a moment. For a moment, you think you're smarter, sharper, faster, better than the person you're gossiping about, not realizing that the tables can turn very, very quickly, and not realizing that that foundation of your superiority is built on shifting sands. It's the weakest foundation to build your superiority on someone else's inferiority. If you don't want to hear gossip about yourself, stop gossiping about others.
Next, I want to talk to you about a crucial issue that affects workplaces worldwide: bias. Bias is like invisible force that shape our thought, actions, and decisions, often without us even realizing it. In this brief talk, we will explore the problem of bias in the workplaces and the importance of cultivating awareness to create a more inclusive and equitable environment. Let's dive in. The reality of bias. Bias is something we all have because we are human. It's when we prefer or judge people based on things like their race, gender, or age without even thinking about it. Unfortunately, bias can also sneak into our workplaces, affecting who get hired, promoted, and treated fairly. Even if we mean well, we might unknowingly let bias affect our actions. The first step to fixing this problem is admitting that it exists. Type of bias. There are many types of bias that can occur in the workplace. For instance, confirmation bias leads to us to favor information that align with our existing belief. Similarly, affinity bias causes us to gravitate towards people who are similar to us, overlooking the unique perspective and talent of others. Other biases include gender bias, racial bias, and the halo effect, where a single positive attribute colors our overall perception of a person. Recognizing these biases is crucial to challenging and changing them. The impact of bias. Bias has serious consequences for both individuals and organizations. It makes it harder for people from different backgrounds to get the same opportunity as others. It also holds back new ideas and creativities. Plus, it affects people's mental well-being and job satisfaction, which can make them less productive and engaged at work. By addressing bias, we can unlock the full potential of our teams and create a happier, more successful workplace. Building awareness. Being aware is the key to fighting bias. If we bring our biases into the light and encouraging open conversations, we can learn to understand and care about others better. Taking actions. Just knowing about bias is not enough. We have to do something about it. Organizations should have fair policies and practices that support diversity and inclusion. This could mean hiring people without knowing their names or backgrounds, setting up programs where experienced employees help others success, or making sure different kinds of people have leadership roles. Every one of us can challenge bias, support inclusivity, and build a workplace that celebrates our differences.
Roles and responsibilities. What's the difference? Jane's a chef. This is her main role. Under her role as chef, Jane has some key responsibilities. They are cooking a range of meals according to food hygiene regulations, planning menus, and following health and safety regulations. These are all responsibilities that fall under Jane's role as chef. Greg's a teacher, but teachers have many roles, not just one. Greg's a teacher, an assessor, a counsellor and a communicator, and many more. Under Greg's role of an assessor, he needs to conduct initial assessments. Then he may need to change his hat to that of a counsellor, where he signposts learners to pastoral support. As well as that, he needs to plan engaging teaching sessions, and that's his role as a teacher. But all of these responsibilities and roles needs Greg to be a great communicator. So, think of your role as a hat that you wear at any given time, and your responsibilities.
In the workplace, roles and responsibility refer to the specific tasks, duties, and obligations assigned to individual or group within an organization. However, certain companies must have issue whenever give an instruction or task to worker that will impact to the unclear roles and responsibility. Unclear roles and responsibility refer to the situation which is individual or member of a group are unsure about the specific tasks or function they are expected to perform within an organization, team, or project. When roles and responsibilities are unclear, it becomes challenging for individuals to understand their own tasks, coordinate with others, and achieve the overall objective effectively. Ineffective communication can lead to the unclear roles and responsibility. When communication channels are poor, like through online discussion, information may not be effectively shared, resulting in a misunderstanding or gaps in understanding about who is responsible for the task. It is related to the attitude of the responsible person of the above management that give order in distribute any tasks or duties to worker are not clearly. The effect, employees may struggle to prioritize their work or may only spend time on the tasks that are outside their scope. This can be seen when a decrease in productivity and efficiency happen. As people may not be focusing on the most important or relevant tasks, it can also lead to the delay in decision making and execution. To overcome this issue, the open communication within the organization can be applied to ensure the information given flow effectively between manager, teams member, and department to avoid the issue unclear roles and responsibility in workplace happen.
For recommendation, when faced with an ethical issue, you might consider the possible consequences for each option. For making decision, it can also prove constructive to consult with other colleagues or experts. It is important to avoid ethical issues because if a company allows them to flourish, it can create toxic work environment or more personal level, or you risk losing your job if you break any company ethical policy. That is recommendation. Then lastly is conclusion. Conclusion in addressing and resolving issues in the workplace is crucial for maintaining a healthy and productive environment. Whether it involves communication, breakdown and conflict between employees, or systematic problem and taking proactive measures to identify and address the issue and essential. By promoting a culture of respect and inclusivity, implementing effective can create positive work atmosphere that enable employees to thrive and contribute their best. Being a certification ultimate benefit both individual the overall success organization and loading, increasing productivity, retention and more harmonious workplace. That's all from me, thank you.
For a minute I don't stay, I just visit, have no shame, I admit it.